Welcome back to ASX Market Watch. I thought I'd give you a midweek update just after my market call last week, and the very next day the market fell 3%. I got a lot of emails from people saying, we've really done it this time, Dave. But today's market action, I mean, honestly, this is what we were to be expecting. And let me show you exactly what I mean. Just looking at the ASX Top 200, just one chart today, just really quickly. Put in my uptrend lines. As most of you will know, that's what I use, uptrend lines. We've got higher peaks, higher troughs. This is our shorter term downtrend line, which I spoke about last Thursday, and that's what we're looking for the market to cross. Now, what I said we were looking for was a cross above 4,800, and that would signal another bullish move, probably up to around 51 to 5,300 for the ASX Top 200, just based on Elliott Wave there. I showed you a few Elliott Wave projections as well. So the very next day, the market was up around 4,700. The very next day, the market fell 3%, down to 4,600. But have a look where it fell to, guys. This is just I love this stuff. This is why I love it so much. It didn't even get to the longer term uptrend line. Sorry. So the support was around 4,500, where that trend line is. And as you probably will know, like the way I use it is that the trend lines will provide support and resistance. And that's exactly what it's done in this case. So while everybody else was panicking, I was like, this is fantastic, because it means that we're pretty much completing this continuation pattern in a much nicer way as well. We've got two peaks, two troughs now, these ones. But basically what happened last Friday, that is what you call a shakeout, people, and it's what separates the men from the boys. Basically, the people who know are the ones who are buying during that session. I personally wasn't buying because I only buy when the market goes up. I know that sounds strange to a lot of people, but that's how I make my money. And so what I'm still looking for is that close above 4,800, but I'd pretty much say there's a 90% chance that will happen based on today's movement. We've basically shaken out a lot of the weak holders, and that's left the strong holders holding the stock. They're the ones who want the market to rise, so they keep accumulating. They get a bull pool. If anyone's read Reminiscences of a Stock Operator by Edwin Lefevre, I think his name is, if I pronounced that correctly, written in 1923, or quite a long time ago, nearly 100 years ago, really. He talks about bull pools. And basically that's where people accumulate the stock and they don't really want to see it go down. That's exactly what's happened here. I mean, seriously, this stuff is just gold. I love it. Looking at a weekly chart, you can see the continuation pattern just forming perfectly. So one peak, one trough, one peak, one trough. We wanted to break out and cross above the previous peak, which is at 4,800. And that would be a nice solid entry. If you're getting entry signals in your stocks, guys, I would personally be taking them. It would be you'd be jumping the gun a little bit, but I am personally taking them in my own trading. So yeah, I mean, if you want a solid signal, wait for a close above 4,800. Again, just as a caveat, a close below 4,500 would be a bearish signal. That'd be when we'd start taking short positions, so making money when the market goes down. So as for the RBA decision tomorrow, the Reserve Bank of Australia decision, Tuesday, which is tomorrow for us. Now, basically the market is expecting a 0.25% rise. So if that happens, things will probably kick along as normal. Nothing unexpected will happen in the market. If they don't raise rates, you'll see quite a large up move, I'm quite sure. And that will actually be the catalyst for the move up to 5,100 to 5,300. But I mean, in other words, if it doesn't happen, it's not going to be the end of the world. So if we do get a bit of a rise, everyone's expecting it. The market will probably still rise because there's just so much cash out there, they have to buy something. And guess where they're putting their money? Into stocks. So anyway, I hope that's helped, guys, and I hope you have a great week. Personally, again, I'm keeping a very close eye out for those entry signals in stocks now, because these little continuation patterns don't happen every day. They probably happen maybe twice or three times a year. So very good to look out for. All right, guys, have a fantastic week. Thank you for stopping by. Check out the website, www.asxmarketwatch.com, and have yourself a good time. See you.